Listen up. Be you. You got this. I said it before, and I'll say it again. Keto, rock stars, stay strong. Be you. Bacon, beef, butter. Keto rock stars. Keto rock stars. Keto rock stars. Keto on, stay strong. Be you. Keto rock stars.
Keto rock stars to this Thursday midday motivation, and I'm your host, Rockin Coach Amy. You all know that. Let's say hi to a few people. Who do we have here? We have Lynn and 22 Q Cat. Welcome, welcome. Kitchen Witch says, on my way to work. Da doo doo doo, da doo doo doo. Coach Julia Edens is in the house. Hi, I'm working, but blocked out my work calendar so no one sneaks in with an emergency meeting request. I had to do the same thing, and this is my live stream. We'll talk about that in a minute. Paul's in the house. Welcome, Paul. And Paul's going to be a guest on this channel in a couple weeks. I'm really looking forward to that. Donna Ray, Bacon Runners in the house. Woohoo! Welcome, welcome. Let's see. Coach Angela is in the house. Feeling better? I'm feeling okay. I'm a little tired today. A little bit tired, but there's been a lot going on in my life, right? A lot. I think Papa Peter's in the house. Welcome, welcome. And I'm still praying for your dad, Angela. I hope everything's going okay, not away, going okay. So please keep us posted on that. Peter, Papa Carnivore is here. Pretzel Pete. Pretzel. It might be Pickle Pete soon, based on Russ's live stream. Lizzie World's in the house. Welcome, Lizzie World. Oh, my phone's ringing. I hope you can't hear that. That's my accountant calling, and he's gonna have to wait. Sorry, accountant. I hope you're not watching this on I don't even know if it's live streaming to Facebook. I don't think it worked. It's okay. I don't really care if it goes to Facebook or not. Plus, just so you know, yeah, I don't think it's going to Facebook. That's all right. It's supposed to go to Facebook and Rumble. I don't know if it is, but that's okay. Um, I'll work on that later. Funeral today. Funeral for who? Your dad? Did he pass away? I didn't know that. I'm so sorry. You're in our prayers, Angela. Keep us posted. I'm so sorry. Yeah. So thank you, Juliet. And I decided to do an extra live stream for a couple of reasons. Not everybody can make Sunday night lives, right? Sundays are getting very busy and congested. There's some friends that are out of the country, like uh George George and Lainey. They can't make my Sunday night lives because the time is just not feasible for them. So I decided to do an extra live stream during the week. The day that I can do it is Thursday. I have to do it over my lunch hour. I am working a day job over this time. So, if my boss or company's watching, I am clocked out for lunch. This is going to be an hour or less. So this is Joyce, and it's going to be every Thursday at 11:30 a.m. Now there will be some weeks that I may have a work appointment and that may interfere with us, but I'm going to try to make it consistent so that you guys know where to find me every Thursday at 11:30 a.m. Eastern, 10:30 a.m. Central, 9:30 a.m. Mountain, and 8:30 a.m. Pacific. I think that's how that goes. Pacific and then Mountain? I don't know. I get confused. I don't know time zone math very well, but you know your time zone, so if you just follow the Eastern, you will get that. Uh, there's not gonna be any guests on this and, no cooking shows. Now, what I may do on this live stream every week, I may start exercising and live streaming. So either walking on a treadmill once my husband gets my what is that called? A stationary bike put together. I may start live streaming from that. And I also may start demonstrating some simple exercises that I'm going to be doing too. This way I can, what is that called? Stacking, habit stacking with my live streams, and we'll talk about that. Papa says, I just went to the doctor because my chest cold wasn't going away. He gave me an antibiotic, amoxicillin with clavulinate added into it combo. Yeah. I hope you feel better. Sometimes we just need to take an antibiotic, and I will talk about that here in a minute too. But the real bad news is I haven't weighed myself in 6 months and I gained 10 to 12 pounds. I'm right there with you, Papa. I'm right there with you. So I can empathize with that weight gain. But remember, you always tell me trust the process, right? You're probably healing from something, so trust the process. Are you still walking, Papa? Are you still walking a lot, or has the weather been too bad for that? Donna Ray says, Paul, when is your grandson going to the Worlds? Let us know how he does, and that's a big deal. Yes, and will he go to Worlds before a live stream? Because maybe we can talk about that on the live stream. Peter says, what made me gain weight is eating lots of yogurt with occasional berries added in. Yes. So let's talk about why motivation. Why motivational live streams? My stress has been high. I've had a lot going on. I've had a lot on my plate. My sleep has not been good, right? Sleep has not been good, and I've been lacking exercise. Also lacking sunshine because it's been pretty much snowing here since October. I think this is only the second or third time I've seen grass since October. So the midday motivation live streams are going to be for accountability to talk to everybody to see how their week's going and to just go from there. So we're going to talk. I'm going to try to bring up, a topic every week. This week is the introductory one. So we can go from there. And Peter says, yes, I'm walking a ton at work, but not so much on my days off. Lazy, I guess. You're not lazy. You're not lazy. You are just, you just got a lot on your plate, and so do I. I mean, we're all in this together, guys, right? Uh, so I quit yogurt last week too, Lizzie World says. Yeah. So I've been eating a lot of cheese, right? Because of the stress ever since the great cheese incident in 2025 with my surgery. I've been eating a lot of cheese. So I'm going to have to try to kind of tone that down a little bit. Thank you so much. Morning, Amy, and congrats. I appreciate that so much, James. Thank you for tuning in. Tammy's here. Hey, Amy, I'm here doing school. Well, make sure you're focusing on what you need to do. My friend Andy's in the house. Welcome, Andy. Oh, which brings up a good thing. So, my Nightbot quit before we were able to give away Andy's homemade tallow. So, I'm going to give one of these away Sunday night. You have to be watching. I have honeysuckle and vitamin E, and I have eucalyptus. Now, I'm going to give one away on Sunday, but you must be listening and in the chat to win. We'll talk more about that Sunday. Hope all is well. Everything is going good. A little bit of stress. My husband has some medical issues going on. Nothing serious, but we're working through that. Everything's going great with me. I should be starting my allergy drops soon, so we'll see then. Yes, snow does not turn the sun off. You need to get outside more. That is true, Brian. But my issue is, and I'm not entirely sure I have a thyroid issue other than the symptoms are there, but I'm freezing all the time. And it is really hard for me to get outside when it's really cold out, and it has been, I mean, sub-zero temps for months. Now, it's warmer now. It was 50 degrees out yesterday and raining, but I stepped outside and I still had the shivers, and it is miserable for me. So it's going to take a lot until it becomes 70 and 80 degrees for me to be able to get outside, and I know that's not an excuse, but that's what's happening with me. I'm freezing every time I go outside. So it's not just that the snow doesn't turn off the sun, it's that it's also freezing, and I struggle with that. And let's talk about the hypo issue for a minute. So I had my thyroid retested and it was normal range again, but I'm still having symptoms. I'm still tired, although carnivore is making the tired symptoms better, right? They are better. So I'm just wondering if my hypothyroidism is correcting on carnivore, even in the 8 months that I've done it, and that I don't need the medications, but the shivering, the being cold is still there. So I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to meet with them, I think on Monday to review my latest test results, and I think my what is that called? TSH was lowered from 5 point something to like 2.6 or something. So technically that's in range, but I'm still having the shivering even in like 50-degree weather and whatnot. And I was freezing the whole time we went to California. Uh, Lynn telling everybody hi, everybody saying hi. Yes, Brian. Yes, I knew you met me. And Paul says world finals are over Easter weekend. Sent me a 1:30 video. I was surprised how much his high kicks have improved. That's awesome. That is so cool. I can't wait to talk about that. I think our live stream is before that. So, but we can still talk about it. Susan and I are working from home today. We are both in our respective offices. That is so cool. And uh we are both in our respective offices. We talked about that, and I'm so sad Lou Holtz died. Little sad about that. You know, Lou was coach when I went to Notre Dame. So the entire Notre Dame family are mourning him as well. And when Andy and Susan were in town, I took them to the Basilica and Notre Dame campus. And I think they enjoyed it. I know that's not everybody's ball of wax, but honeysuckle cool. Yes, it smells really good. Yes, it sounds like he does practice a lot. Oh, Angela, Dr. Kilt sent you a cup and a sympathy card. So nice. We are all praying for you. And you are in our hearts. Yes, for sure. Over the top. Yes, Paul, over the top. I walk 3 times a week where I am. You're in Florida now, if I remember correctly. Susan was huddling in her blankets last night watching TV, so we just went to bed. Sometimes that's the best. I need to start going to bed earlier because I'm not getting sleep. You can see I've got bags under my eyes. My sleep is trash. It's been so I got into bad habits during the PhD and Quilts coaching courses. I'm not blaming them. I just stayed up late to study. And now I'm staying up late because of the live streams. So that's something that I'm working on. We have 21 people watching, folks. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. It's 83 in Louisiana. We may break a record today. That is so awesome. So awesome. Yeah. So you understand that it's hard to go outside until it actually warms up. The best I can do is open the front door, and we do have older glass in the screen door and look towards the sun, but it's freezing. It's cold today. So yes, yes, yes. But as soon as the temperatures start to get warmer, that is going to be a thing for sure. Yes, George is able to join us. Hey, George, I'm so glad you are here. 78 in Tallahassee. That is awesome. Awesome. Bacon Runner says, I can't run outside until the snow is cleared from the side of the roads. Just another few weeks and I'll be off the treadmill and back outside. 2-hour treadmill run scheduled for tomorrow. That is so cool. I don't run, but I walk. Uh, hey there, George. Good enough. My lady, no hanky panky. I bet if she was huddled in all those blankets. You guys are so funny. What are Dr. Barry's TSH optimal range? Give me a second, and I think I can tell you I don't have it. Don't have it memorized. Let's see if we can follow this. Hold on, let me see if I can find the optimal ranges. TSH, thyroid, testing. Let's see, 101 to 103. If you don't have this book, Common Sense Labs, get the new one. I think it's at 101. Let me see if I can find this here real quick. Okay. Optimal range. I'm gonna give you the okay, so the T4 free optimal range is 1.0 to 1.5. T3 optimal range is 3.0 to 3.5. Reverse T3 is 7.0 to 9.0. So standard range is 0.45 on the TSH to 4.5 out. The optimal range is 0.5 to 2.0. So I am still outside of the optimal range. However, when I took the Armor Thyroid, I got really sick. So I may try not to go on a medication. I do have the levoxythyrene. I can't remember how you say that, but I do have that one too. But if I'm just like point 0.5 out of range, I may try to resolve this on carnivore because I've talked to other people and theirs have totally reversed on carnivore. So there's no doubt I was headed towards hypothyroidism if I didn't have it. I still could be considered hypothyroid. I'm gonna take this book with me on Monday and, go from there. Yes, and exactly what I just said, Papa. Clean carnivore should help, and it has. Within 2 weeks of me going carnivore, I started feeling better, and I still feel better. It's not 100%, but I would say it's like 80 to 85% better, if I could guess it. Oh, thank you, Andy. Andy says, "We love being with you and touring the campus. You heard Susan, being sober is a lot better than sightseeing." So Susan had been to Notre Dame, but she had been tailgating and there may or may not have been alcohol involved. Working but listening. I am currently clocked out for lunch. So if any of my coworkers are listening, I will be back in about an hour, about 45 minutes. Has it been only 15 minutes? 21 people listening. Yay. We are indoor cats, Amy. Yes, yes. But like Brian said, that doesn't mean we can't still try to go outside. Some winters have been warmer than others. This one was just the worst winter ever. So don't be surprised if you see me come on these Thursday live streams on my brand new stationary bike that I got for my birthday or on the treadmill. I also plan on trying to do some functional exercises. Watching you and making butter bites. Yay, Helix is in the house. Hey, Helix. Get some rest. I'm in bed by 9:30, sleeping by 10:15. I feel a lot better. I'm gonna have to start setting my timer early. That may mean I might miss some of grandma's stuff, right? At least through the week. But I've been staying up way too late on grandma's channel. I love you, grandma, by the way. If you're watching this, I love you. She's probably sleeping because she stays up late. Uh, how much Lugol's iodine are you taking? I remember Dr. Elizabeth Bright talking about how you can get the chills, feel cold if you're iodine. So I was taking like 12 drops, but after I took the 12 drops is when my thyroid came back really high. So I've reduced that to down to about a half, and my thyroid panels are better. So I'm doing about 6 drops a day. I'm just going to keep it at that for now, just until we get the thyroid straightened around. It seems to be resolving itself, so I don't really want to deviate to that. Yeah, you take 12 to 15. I'm just gonna stay at, like, between 6 and 8 right now. Because when I was at 12 was when my thyroid panel excuse me, thyroid panel yes, it's 2%. A whopping 35 here. However, the sun's out and things are melting. Yes, we have no snow on the ground, but it's like let me find out what the temp is here. Hold on. Hey Siri, what's the temperature? 47. It's actually 47 here. So that's pretty warm for here, but it doesn't feel like that when you go outside, at least not to me. Oh, Peter, don't be bragging. Don't be bragging. It's 81 degrees in Florida. Not everybody can afford to be like Papa and move to Florida. But, whatever. Tammy's saying hi. Peter says, I joined the town rec department for free 3 times a week. I still have my Planet Fitness because it's only $10 a month. I'm gonna try to start going there maybe once a week. I don't know, but I have so many things I can do right from home. And that's what I want to share with everybody is the stuff I'm going to start doing for myself at home. I'm off today, Peter says, because I'm just resting because I'm trying to get rid of this nasty chest cold. We hope you feel better. Yes, doc gave you an antibiotic yesterday, so I'm hoping it knocks it out finally. The other thing I'm gonna try to be doing is some more cooking videos. I have some things in the works because my passion is cooking, right? I love cooking. I love providing the cooking videos. So I have a couple of ideas, a few actually. So I'm gonna be working on filming those. We'll see how that goes, but some of them will be live on Sunday nights and some of them will be pre-recorded. So stay tuned for those. The other thing I'm working on is obviously the coaching business, which is picking up. I've had 2 calls already, so we'll see how that goes. And I wanna thank you to everybody who's supporting this channel, either by memberships. Andy just joined. Andy just joined as a membership, and so did Ellie, Broken Carnivore, so thank you. Thank you both for being all this helps me with all my endeavors, the live streaming, the coaching, everything. So by doing that, you might be potentially helping somebody else, right? So I really appreciate that. I lost my spot. Lost my spot. The Bud Files is here. Yes, yes, the Bud Files. Welcome. Paul. Yes, 2% on the iodine, correct. And Tammy says, Coach Angela Mullins, are you related to any of the Mullins in Kentucky, Ohio area? Kentucky or Ohio area. Mullins was my maiden name. Very cool. Yes, we hope Peter gets well fast. We love Papa Pete, and we hope that you start feeling better. Peter says, yes, same with me. I take 150 of levothyroxine. I think that's how you say it. Levothyroxine. I'm going to get that right. For your hypothyroid. My dosage went down since carnivore, but I still have to take it. I've got another blood test in 2 months to check my levels. I love using you as one of my resources for hypo, even though I'm a woman. I think all of us in this arena, we can all help each other out, correct? Yes, James, with seasonal blues, moving was the best thing I could do for yourself. Yes, because you can spend more time outside. Wow, Angel Dusters in the house. Cheers from Oregon, y'all. What time is it there, Angel? Is it 8:30? Is it 8:30 there? And people asking if Peter got the intervention. I call it the intervention. Yes, I got the first one in the booster. Me too, and honestly, about killed me. I talk about that a lot. Everyone I know who has gotten that seems to be getting colds. Yep. So about that, I got the intervention, the first and the second one, Pfizer. I got sick every month and a half for 2 years. It really tanked my immune system, I'm gonna say that. I finally got better. I started taking something called NAC. One of my surgeons, put me on NAC, and it's supposed to rid the liver of toxins, and that seemed to help. So check that out. Again, I this is not medical advice. I can't recommend a supplement to anybody. That's would be prescriptive, and I don't do that, but I'm just telling you my experience and what I took. Yeah, I think my chest cold is what the result of getting the intervention, yes. Brian, that's a HIPAA violation question. He can ask it. Papa doesn't have to answer it. Papa doesn't have to answer Anything he doesn't wanna answer. So, but if Papa answers it, it's no longer HIPAA. And for Lizzie's sake, she does have the little laugh emoji there, so she is just giving Papa some or Brian some shade. Yes, yes, some people had to. I only did it because, my mother-in-law's nursing home scared me into doing it because we didn't have enough information, and also my parents are in their 80s and I did it for them. West Virginia Mullins was my husband's family because she was married. Hey, Schmovie, this is John, everybody, just back from the Geek Squad. Well, glad you're back. Hope you got your PC fixed. And Squeaky Monkey Coconut is here. Hey, everyone. Hey, everyone in the chat. Yep, this is the same time in the past years that I've gotten the same exact type of terrible chest cold. And honestly, you guys, I woke up this morning and I felt a little chest congested. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Um, you know, I feel a little better now, but my nose is stuffy. I did go to the meetup on Monday, so who knows if I caught something there. But this is my cousin Jennifer. Welcome. Is it streaming on Facebook, Jennifer? Because you got the little Facebook emoji. What am I doing? I'm taking my lunch hour for the record. I do work during the day, but I'm clocked out for lunch. So I'm gonna start doing midday motivations every Thursday at 11:30. So right now I am just hopefully providing a service to my viewers, and we're just talking about motivational things, whatever the chat wants to talk about. So if you're able to see this from Rumble, Facebook, or YouTube, welcome, welcome, welcome. I will be getting back to work to my employer at 12:30. We have another half an hour to chat, maybe a little bit before I'll end it and get back to work because honestly, I'm having a very busy day. I've had back-to-back appointments since 9 o'clock this morning. So keep in mind if there are days I can't come on, I will reschedule in the chat. Yes, we love Squeaky Monkey Coconut's handle. I just love that. And Peter says, I have no doubt that these chest colds are related to the intervention. I wish I'd never gotten them. Me too, Peter. I have the greatest regret of getting those. Uh, I also think that maybe this could have worsened my menopause symptoms and also this thyroid condition that I have been struggling with. But we have no proof. We have no proof. So I don't want to be labeled as a conspiracy tinfoil hat person, but these are just my suspicions since things went terribly south after I got them. Well, I hope you have gotten your PC back up and running, Smoothie, because we appreciate you, in this community, and we need your computer running in order to be here, right? Everybody's saying hi. Lizzie World says I'm picking. Yes, you're picking on Peter. I think that's what that means. Yes, people are still getting the intervention even now. Not me. I got the first and second one, and then after that, I said, well, after I felt like it almost killed me, and I couldn't breathe and had a severe reaction for 45 days. I'm like, as a matter of fact, this is not medical advice. You do you, I'll do me, but I'm never getting another shot again, ever, any kind. Not even shingles, and I've had shingles 4 times. Um, so So, I am terrified, and a member of my family also got a I'm not gonna speak for them because it's not my story, it's their story. They had a serious work injury and had to get the tetanus shot, and instead of just giving them the tetanus shot, they gave them tetanus, diphtheria, and whooping cough, and within 24 hours, they were in the emergency room getting 700 cc's of fluid drained out of their lungs. So, I'm not saying this happens for everybody, but there's something that's being put into those that people in my family may be allergic to. What are you doing live? I am and now you're on YouTube. Now I'm gonna start doing this as a motivational talk every Thursday at 11:30 Eastern, 10:30 Central. Cousin, what are you in Pacific or Mountain? I get those 2 confused. So one of them will be at 9:30 and one of them will be at 8:30. I think it's 9:30, it's well, now 10 o'clock there, right, Jennifer? Lynn says, "I only got the shot because my job and healthcare required it. Get it or lose your job." And they basically told us at the nursing home, "Get it or never see your loved one again," which was total BS because we got the shots and then we still didn't see our loved one for 2 years, mountain time. So you're mountain and then Pacific is the coast. Okay. I don't do time zone math. I'm terrible at it. Ask George. So, yeah, so I got it and I suffered greatly. And for a long time, I was terrified to talk about that, right? But not anymore. I'm still waiting. I filed a VAERS report. It's been what, 5 years, and I'm still waiting to hear back from the CDC on that for my injuries. And yep, my sister-in-law, Juliet says, my sister-in-law won over $1 million after being fired as a doctor for refusing the intervention for religious reasons. Yep. That is criminal, in my opinion, criminal. But again, this is just my opinion. I won't judge anybody else for having their own opinions because we all get to walk our own walk, right? Lizzie says they wouldn't let my daughter go to LSU if she didn't take the intervention. Right, right, right. I saw you there first, but now on YouTube. Yes, thank you, cousin. Hopefully you get to stop by more often. Lynn, forcing you to get the intervention was a HIPAA violation. They know right knowing you had it or not. I know, I know, I know, I know. Yes, Smoothie says found BitLocker key on a tablet that I never used. Spent 3 days getting that going to help find the key and didn't lose nothing. Yes. I'm so glad you didn't lose anything. I back up this laptop to my server, and then my server backs up to a program called I forget what it's called. It's called Backblaze. I use Backblaze, and I pay for that, and I've used it for years. I know Lewis isn't here. Lewis just put in an as. I could use an as, but I just back everything up to this, and I may have to wait a few days for them to ship me a drive if something goes down, but that's what I do. Lynn22 QCat, thank you for being here, Amy. Lots of other things you could have done with any extra time you have. That is true, but I want to keep this going, right? And I know there's another big streamer on Sunday nights is at the same time. Actually, two. Butter Bob goes live on Sunday nights, and also Ketogenic Woman. So I'm up against two very big channels, and I want to support you guys. If you guys want to go watch Butter Bob, you can go watch Butter Bob. If you want to go watch Anita, which some of my supporters do go watch Anita, right? I want you guys to have that choice and not feel bad for doing that. I support you for whoever you want to watch. So I wanted to give you guys another time that might be less congested. I'm still going live Sundays at 7, so feel free to join me or watch the replays if you want, but there's no pressure, right? No pressure going to watch other channels. I want you guys to watch who you want to watch. I lost my spot again. Uh, hold on, hold on, hold on. Let me see. Rick's in the house. Welcome, Rick. Uh, hold on. Let me see. Okay, so here's where I was at. Thanks, Amy. My 8-year-old put it on there. That's awesome. Never change it, please. Squeaky says he is very pleased. Everyone, we love it. We love it. It is such a cool name. It's okay. It's okay, John. Don't worry. You missed my party. There's other opportunities to come back, and honestly, I don't feel much different at age 50 than I did a week ago, right? Other than I'm starting to feel better since going carnivore in July. I think that really was the best thing, and now it appears that my thyroid tests are reversing. So I'm curious. I'm always going to be open and transparent with everybody here. Again, this is not medical advice. I'm not telling anybody what to do. I'm not a doctor, but I can just share with you what's happening for me. Jennifer or Jenna says, I didn't get any of the interventions, but I have the crud off and on. I get the crud less now than I did right after I got the interventions. So we will see. We will see. You're at the barbecue. Well, bring some back for us. Angela said no, she didn't get it either. I wish I wouldn't have, honestly, but that's just me. And Jennifer's Mountain Time. Okay, so it's Mountain and then Pacific. Coach Angela, same here. Don't hold your breath. And I think what Jennifer's talking about is waiting for the CDC to get back. So I need to get off the subject because it triggers me a little bit. When I got really sick and I told my husband not to take me to the ER unless my lips were turning blue because I couldn't breathe for 45 days. I had fever every day for 45 days, chills. My lungs filled up with fluid, same as my loved one. Uh, I contacted the CDC. The CDC basically responded with contact your local government, the county government. So I contacted the county health department. They said contact the CDC. Nobody was prepared for that. And I'm still to this day, I am angry at what happened and how we were handled, those of us who had issues. And George is laughing at me because I can't do time zone math. Yes, I know doctors who signed off on interventions for employment. Yep. Angela says, I worry about ever having to get a blood transfusion. Yeah, exactly. Yes, I'm still on the back blaze train. Yep, I love it. It works for me. And I put up I the little nerd in me has put things in place to back computers up to computers and then they go up to the cloud, which works for me. I don't have time to install a NAS. I just don't have time to work on that now that I'm working on my coaching. Mason's in the house. Mason, I cannot wait to meet you at Keto Palooza. Can't seem to get back up because I don't use a cell to get the code. Oh. Well, hopefully that what is it called? My dad's favorite store, the Geek Squad can help you. Charger Rick is in the house. Can I do it's not gonna do it. There we go. Quack time, everybody. Quack time. Rick's in the house. Welcome, Rick. Glad you can join us. Tammy says AI, or should I call who I don't Pilot is making me mad. Copilot. Copilot. Yep, that's Microsoft's AI. I get frustrated with AI too, but I use it. So watch both. Who can watch one these days? Thank you, Juliet. Juliet is one of my besties. Came home for lunch. What were you doing today? I'm gonna have to check out your channel to go see. Rick's like big deal, 50 LOL. Thank you, Rick. He says you are on the road to further success, and so are you, my brother. I think big things are gonna be happening for you. I really do. I'm not rushing things, Juliet, but if I look and feel half as good as you do at age 61, then I will be winning. Sandy's in the house. Hi, Sandy. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yes, Rick, she could be my daughter. I think you guys are talking about me. And Rick is like my older brother. You're only a few years older than me. Squeaky says, Coach Angela, me too. I've heard people requesting blood from people like us or refusing to get it. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. And I have not donated blood in a long time. I used to do it regularly, but I have terrible veins, and, since I started getting surgeries, my veins were collapsing, so I stopped. But is there even a questionnaire that asks that question? How would you know? How would you know who you were getting blood from? Good morning. I mean, oops, it's your afternoon. My other sister is in the house, Carnivore Jerry, and just Jerry, for those of you who don't know, at Carnivore at in the middle of the forest, just donated her lovely hair. It looks either way, but very good. Something from Fee, which I stopped using. So I'm wondering, I Ver. All right. Jerry's getting naked in the shower, everybody. Woohoo. Gary's in the house. Hey, no slow. Yes, Squeaky Monkey Coconut is a ice cream flavor. LOL. I use my Macrium too. So I have a dual backup system. I already use Macrium. I back up to hard disks. So I back up to hard disks and then I also back up to Backblaze. I do both. I back up entire hard drives using Macrium. Although, just so you know, you have to stay with Macrium 8.1 if you want the free version. You cannot get their newer versions because now they're charging for Macrium. Not sure if you knew that or not, but Macrium Reflect 8.1 is what you want to use. I have a copy of that I will never get rid of because I have a license for it, and so I don't have to pay. I need to use it for accounting. What are you using for accounting? Oh, I missed something because Squeaky's saying, "I have no idea. We don't have one of those in my" oh, Ben& and Jerry's. Ben& and Jerry's. Gary, yes, I got the free version of CC Cleaner. I've been wondering if that's what been causing problems on my PC. Interesting. I've used CC Cleaner from years and don't have any problems on this computer, but if I start, I'm gonna wipe it. Oh, good. Rick was pressure cleaning this morning for a customer. And you fixed your pressure washer and finished the job. Way to go. Mason saying hi to Rick and Milton. And Squeaky's talking about the ice cream flavor should be. Oh, I just broke my printer because my printer's under my desk here and I just stepped on the little paper tray. Oh, nice to see the screen. I tried to join in the chat with the tablet, but the screen was small and couldn't type well on it. They asked about experimental drug use. They don't count that. Yeah, exactly, Angela. They should ask that. They really should. Okay, I'm trying to stay up. Helix, I'm sorry I missed your live, but welcome, welcome, welcome. George is in the house. Hi, George. I'm so glad that I'm streaming at a time that you are able to make. That makes me very happy. So I'm going to try to do this every week again. I'm going to try to do this every week at the same time. There are going to be weeks where maybe I have something during my job that will affect the live stream. So what I will try to do in the event that that happens is I will try to post something in the chat if I get stuck on a phone call, I'm running late, or if it has to be rescheduled, which I'm not going to I'm not gonna try to, reschedule as much as possible. Yes, and Brian is aware I use Acronis, and I've had it for over 18 years. Yeah, 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 yeah. Because Brian's smart with tech stuff. Uh, Smoothie says Geek Squad wipe cleaner, whatever was from uh from what's it called? McAfee. Yeah. Have you guys ever seen that documentary about the guy who started McAfee? He ended up losing it. I think he got accused of murder. McAfee. John McAfee was his name. Oh man, that was interesting stuff. Interesting stuff. We've got a few more minutes before I go back to work. So, what I plan to do during these lives, meaningful discussions with you all for motivational topics, exercise and talks. So, maybe doing the live streams. I just have to practice doing it because I'm going to have to do it from my phone because I can't carry this whole setup to my workout rooms, right? So, I may have to practice that. And I may even discuss some health coaching topics, some things, This Sunday, I've got, Rick, not retired Rick, but, I think it's New Hampshire Rick. So this Sunday, I have a guest on, and it's Rick. So I hope everybody shows up for Rick. I'm doing the giveaway that I wasn't able to do on my birthday live stream, which is from Andy, my lady laugh a lot. I'm giving away one of these 2 tallow balm. Now, I can't ship outside of the United States. So if you're outside of the United States, what you can do is you can pick somebody inside the United States to give it to. So this one's infused with eucalyptus. This one's honeysuckle and vitamin E, and they smell amazing. I'm just going to say that. Let's see. People still saying hi. We've got 20 watching. This is amazing. Thank you guys for showing up for me during the middle of the day. Schmoovie says he found out a lot of what was going on and started talking, and the rest was history, for sure. Yes, Twinbrook Acres. Thank you, Lynn. I couldn't remember his handle. I think he's in New Hampshire. Rick Twinbrook Acres is being, and his story, guys, I don't know how much he's going to share, but his story is one of loss, recovery, healing. It's an amazing story. The other thing I'm gonna be working on is some new recipes, some things I've never eaten before. So so please stay tuned for that. I'm gonna be doing some videos. Make sure you show up for Rick, Twinbrook Acres. CC Cleaner recently appeared to have some issues. Yeah, I may just go ahead and install it. A lot of Ricks out there. I know, right? Me please, Tammy says. Me please for the tallow. Is it Rick or Ricky? Brian says. There is only one quack though. Yeah, when we say McQuack, we know who we are talking about. And Rick says, why would anybody put things in tallow? Because we like things that smell good, Rick, and we like to put them on our face and our body too, not just in our bellies. And Rick says, yes, I am the duck and iguana man. I hope I'm not coming down with something. My nose feels a little congested. Luckily, you guys can't catch anything through the screen. And Brian Dish says, Rick, don't you put chicken in tallow? He fries the chicken, heart attack chicken, in tallow, yes. Yes, John McAfee. Speaking of conspiracy theories. For sure, for sure. It is 12:20. We can go a few more minutes and then I gotta get back to work. I have back-to-back meetings today, but I'm so happy that I was able to fit this in, even if it's just a little bit of a live stream during the day. Hey, Amy. Raggy's here. This is Leon, everybody. Love on for supporting you. Thank you so much for joining us. Uh, we're almost done, but that doesn't mean you can't go back and watch the replay. And thank you, Lynn, for sharing Rick's channel. I'm at Leon on Grandma's Crochet Corner. And if you guys haven't stopped by Grandma's house, it is Grandma's Crochet Corner, spelt with a K. So make sure you stop by her channel. Although I got to get better at going to bed earlier. So maybe I will allow myself to go on for half an hour instead of several hours. Yeah, Andy, I felt congested this morning, but remember, I have severe allergies too. And the weather is warming up outside, and so you saw those little buds, right, coming through the grass. So I feel better, but I am a little bit stuffy nose. But remember, there were a couple people there Monday night that were coming off of some colds, so I'm not sure. Probably just freaking out. It's probably just my spring allergies. Uh, Tallow doesn't smell bad though, Rick says. And here is Rick Twinbrook Acres channel. Oh, also, I want to make an announcement. Friday the 13th of March, Friday the 13th, Julia and I are doing another pajama party. And we want you guys to watch it from all channels. So feel free to watch it on her channel. You can watch it on my channel. And we are going to invite guests to come on again because those seem to be very popular. So Friday night, this time it's at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central, not 8 p.m. because Juliet has a very busy day on Saturdays. So we're going to try to do it earlier this time. Mark your calendars. I tried to do it once and it Here's in the house. Welcome, Holly. Thank you for joining us. There are two swap meets going to, so I will at least film them and post them up later so we can see what happened at the swap meets. And Liz says, hi, Holly. Both channels, yes. Watch on Juliet's channel. Please, people. You can also watch on my channel. Yes. But let's give the support to everybody. Yes, I'm keeping that away from me. Yes, yes, yes. Yes. It's not easy to do that. Jerry's got it down. It's not easy to talk while you're driving. I tried it once and I failed. And yes, Julia is right. We are done with Friday night PhD class. We have our graduation ceremony on Saturday, the 21st. Oh, there's a meetup on the 13th in Florida? Ooh. Should we reschedule, Julia? I think we should still do it Friday the 13th. Who's all going to the meetup, Rick? Do you know? Sandy just subscribed to Twinbrook Acres. Thank you, Sandy. Leon says, I'm not your mom, I know, but just saying. Thanks, Amy, for coming on this afternoon. It was nice to see you and everyone. Have a great day. Yes, let me get through. Is that the last comment? I think with that, I'm gonna go. I have to get back to work, right? So I think with that, we're gonna go ahead and end the live stream. Everybody have a great week, and I will see you Sunday night. Okay. So you guys all know the drill. We got to do the ending credits. Thank you very much for joining me on my lunch hour, and I will see you Sunday, 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central. Here we go for the ending credits. Thank you all.
Oh, yeah. Lights fade low, the bacon's done. We rocked the stream and had some fun. Keto rock stars in the rockin' crew. Stay strong, we're gonna roll with you. Yeah, we're gonna keep rolling.